Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to understand one of the most important theories in education and psychology, that is Vygotsky's Sociocultural Theory. If you are a teacher, a special educator or a student of psychology, then this concept is extremely important for you. So let's understand it in a very simple and practical way. So the first question arises, who was Vygotsky? Who was Vygotsky? So we can say that his full name was Lev Vygotsky and he was a Russian psychologist who believed that children learn best through social इंटरेक्शन। मतलब लेव वाइगॉत्स्की का कहना था कि जो बच्चा है वो सबसे ज़्यादा बेस्ट उसकी लर्निंग कैसे होती है जब वो इंटरेक्ट करता है, सोशली इंटरेक्ट करता है। सो वी कैन से अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम चिल्ड्रन डोंट लर्न अलोन। ये बच्चे कभी भी अकेले नहीं सीखते। दे learn by talking, observing and working with others. So basically we can say that they learn by interacting with others. He said learning happens first with people and then inside the child's mind. Okay, so then second is his basic idea of the theory. Basic idea of the theory was, let me ask you something. How did a child learn to speak? मतलब कैसे एक बच्चा बोलना सीखता है? By reading a book? No. So we can say that by listening to parents, he imitate them, copy them, and talking while they talk to people, the child imitates or copy their parents, right? So this is exactly what Vygotsky believed learning happens through interaction. So we can say that here learning happens first at the which level? Social level. Learning happens first at the social level and then at the individual level. So here everything comes like interacting with others, culture shapes how a child thinks. Okay, then language plays a major role in learning, right? So then we can say adults and more knowledgeable others help children develop skills. Okay, so we can say that development is not just biological, it is social and कल्चरल. सो वाइगॉत्स्की की पूरी थ्योरी में सोशल, कल्चरल, लैंग्वेज इन सब की बात की गई है. ओके, देन थर्ड थिंग विच कम्स इज की कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ वाइगॉत्स्की थ्योरी. क्या की कॉन्सेप्ट थे वाइगॉत्स्की की थ्योरी के? ठीक है, फर्स्ट वाज सोशल interaction. ठीक है, so the first and most important idea was social interaction, where he talked about that children learn from teachers, parents, friends, siblings, etc. So we can say that when a teacher explains a math sum step by step, the child learns and understands better. When friends study together, they learn faster. So learning is a social process, है ना. तो क्या होता है, अगर हम इंडिविजुअली उस चीज़ को पढ़ रहे हैं हमें समझ नहीं आता, बट जैसे ही फ्रेंड्स के ग्रुप में हम पढ़ते हैं तो हमारे रिटेंशन, हमारे अंडरस्टैंडिंग सब कुछ अच्छे से हो पाती है, राइट. देन हेयर कम्स द सेकेंड कॉन्सेप्ट इज ZPD, which is zone of proximal development. Zone of proximal development. Now let's understand the most famous concept, zone of proximal development, also called ZPD. So it means the difference between what a child can do alone and what the child can do with the help. Let's take an example like a child cannot solve a math problem alone. So but when the teacher helps the child can solve it, right? So the space where help makes learning possible is called ZPD. So we can say space where help makes learning possible is called ZPD, right? So this is where real learning happens. Then third concept is scaffolding. Scaffolding basically means support, right? So it is the another important term. Okay, scaffolding means giving a support to the child. So we can say support while learning something new. Supporting the child while learning something new, right? So for example, giving hints, showing steps, using mind maps, prompting, breaking working into smaller parts. Okay, so these are all scaffolding, and slowly and gradually we remove the help, we remove the support, so that the child become independent. Just like when we teach reading, first we read for the child, then we read together, then the child reads alone. That is scaffolding, right? The fourth one is role of language. Role of language is, Vygotsky said language is very powerful, right? Children even talk to themselves while solving problems. Have you seen a child saying, first I'll do this, then this, then this, and then this? So this is called private speech. It helps them think and learn. So we can say that there are three types of speech. First is social speech where the child talk to others. Then private speech means child talks to self while solving problems, right? आपने बहुत बार सुना होगा, बच्चा बोलता है पहले मैं ये करूँगा फिर ये करूँगा फिर ये करूँगा फिर ऐसे हो जाएगा. So that is private speech. Then inner speech, thinking silently in mind. These are the three types of speech. Then we have this connection with okay, so these are the four basic concepts of Vygotsky theory, that is social interaction, ZPD, scaffolding and language. And we can say the basic idea of the theory was that learning happens first at the social level, then at the individual level. Okay, and who was Vygotsky? You all know that he was the Russian psychologist who believed that children learn best with the social interaction. Okay, so I hope you understood Vygotsky's social cultural theory in a simple and practical way. If you found this helpful, like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video with another important concept in education and psychology. Thank you so much. See you.